Hi guys, my name is Manish Anand and welcome back to another episode of Planet Bollywood, your one-stop shop for all the latest, most updated news from the world of Bollywood and social media. Now guys, the weekend is almost here, but all the action still continues on our Zoom Facebook page and our Zoom YouTube page all through the weekend so that you guys can keep up with what's happening in the lives of your favorite Bollywood celebs. And on that note, these are our top stories. किस तरह काजोल ने किया रिएक्ट टू नेटिजन्स क्लेमिंग हर डॉटर नाइसा अंडरवेंट कॉस्मेटिक सर्जरी। किस तरह मलाइका ने दिया ट्रोलर्स को जवाब। क्या है पीसी के चौंकाने वाला स्टेटमेंट ऑन एक्टर्स। कुमैल नंजियानी ने की जूम से एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरैक्शन। क्यों नाइसा के सवाल पर काजोल हुई नाराज। क्या कहना है काजोल का नाइसा देवगन के खूबसूरत ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बारे में जिसे नेटिजन्स हुए हैरान। क्या नेटिजन्स ने नाइसा को किया ट्रोल और उन पे प्लास्टिक सर्जरी करवाने का इल्जाम लगाया। नाइसा की मां काजोल ने अब ट्रोल्स को जवाब देते हुए रिवील किया अपनी बेटी के ब्यूटी सीक्रेट्स। Nysa Devgan is superstars Ajay Devgan and Kajol's elder daughter जो फिलहाल अपनी पढ़ाई पूरी कर रही हैं। Nysa has been receiving a lot of attention for how gorgeous she's looking these days. उन्होंने अपने आप को पूरी तरह ट्रांसफॉर्म कर लिया है, but sadly, trolls being trolls, Nysa को कई nasty comments और प्लास्टिक सर्जरी रूमर्स का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। Take a look. स्टार किड्स हमेशा लाइमलाइट में रहते हैं एंड पीपल हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्यूरियोसिटी अबाउट वेदर दे विल आल्सो जॉइन फिल्म्स या फिर वो कोई और काम चूज करेंगे। नाइसा देवगन अजय और काजोल देवगन की बड़ी बेटी है जो कई सालों तक लाइमलाइट से दूर रही है। Nysa has been studying abroad and unlike many other young star kids, वो इवेंट्स में भी बहुत कम स्पॉट होती है। इसीलिए जब इस साल उन्हें दिवाली पार्टी में स्पॉट किया गया, people couldn't believe just how beautiful she was looking. Nysa अब 18 years old की हैं and the young star kid has completely transformed herself over the years. जहां कई लोगों ने उनकी तारीफ की, वहीं there was a section of netizens जो उन्हें ट्रोल करते हुए नहीं थक रहे हैं। These trolls have accused Nysa of undergoing plastic surgery and using artificial means to enhance her looks. कई दिनों तक Nysa और उनकी फैमिली चुप थी, लेकिन अब उनकी मॉम ने अपनी बेटी को डिफेंड करते हुए उनके ब्यूटी सीक्रेट्स रिवील किए हैं। काजोल द प्रोटेक्टिव मदर शेयर इन एन इंटरव्यू कि उनकी बेटी अपने पापा की तरह बहुत फिटनेस कॉन्शियस है एंड शी इज कॉन्स्टेंटली लुकिंग फॉर न्यू ब्यूटी टिप्स एंड हैक्स ऑन सोशल मीडिया। Kajol shared, Nysa is very active on the internet and she knows everything about beauty and health. She applies a face mask thrice a week and advised to me to do the same. Just like her father, Nysa is also a fitness freak. काजोल ने रिवील किया कि उनकी बेटी रोज कार्डियो और योगा करती हैं और अपने डाइट का भी खास ख्याल रखती हैं। वो अपने दिन की शुरुआत गर्म पानी पी के करती हैं, जिसके बाद वो नाश्ते में बॉइल्ड एग्स, फ्रेश फ्रूट्स और ओटमील खाती है। शी मेक्स श्योर टू ईट वेल एंड स्टे फिट और यही है उनके ग्लो का राज। नाइसा सिर्फ 18 साल की है और फिलहाल वो फिल्म्स करेंगी या नहीं ये अभी पता नहीं है। तो क्यों ना हम उन्हें जीने दें और खुद भी चैन से जिएं। प्रियंका चोपड़ा जोनस के कमेंट्स ने कर दिया लोगों को हैरान। पीसी का कहना है एक एक्टर का फिल्मों में काम बहुत लिमिटेड होता है। आखिर क्यों की प्रियंका ने ऐसी बात, क्या कहना चाह रही है हमारी देसी गर्ल। प्रियंका चोपड़ा जोनस जस्ट कंप्लीटेड अ वर्ल्डविंड विजिट टू इंडिया, जहां उन्होंने अपने हेयर केयर ब्रांड को इंडिया में ऑफिशियली लॉन्च किया और यूनिसेफ के साथ अपनी वर्क कमिटमेंट्स भी पूरी की। While interacting with journalists in India, Priyanka ने एक इंटरव्यू में कुछ बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कमेंट्स किए about being an actor and her role in the process of filmmaking. पीसी ने कहा कि एक एक्टर पूरी फिल्म का सिर्फ एक हिस्सा है। कोई भी फिल्म राइटर्स, डायरेक्टर्स, कोरियोग्राफर्स, मेकअप आर्टिस्ट, स्टाइलिस्ट और बहुत सारे दूसरे लोगों की मेहनत का नतीजा है। प्रियंका का कहना है कि अगर वो आज एक अच्छी एक्टर बन पाई हैं, तो वो सिर्फ इसीलिए क्योंकि उन्होंने अच्छे डायरेक्टर्स के साथ काम किया है। पीसी said, "We give too much credit to actors. Actors do nothing by the way. We really don't. Those 30 seconds of a scene is where I come in, and then when I talk about the movie, etc. So I have a very limited role." प्रियंका एडेड कि एक एक्टर किसी और के लिखे शब्द बोलती हैं, किसी और के गाए गाने लिप सिंक करती हैं, कोरियोग्राफर के बताए डांस स्टेप्स पे नाचते हैं और उनके कपड़े भी स्टाइलिस्ट्स और कॉस्ट्यूम डिजाइनर्स चूज करते हैं। Even when they do interviews or publicize a film, the questions are being asked by someone else. So there is nothing an actor does on his or her own. But while she may be super busy with her many ventures, प्रियंका का कहना है कि अब जाके वो एक work-life balance enjoy कर रही हैं। She admitted that in her 20s, she was a workaholic who was very proud of the fact that her work was her life. लेकिन in her 30s, she's made a conscious decision to change this. PC ने कहा, but as I got older, I realized that was absolutely wrong. You burn the candle on both ends. You kind of have to nourish your soul, and that only comes from family, life, and friends. So I learned that in my 30s. I started creating a work-life balance, and now I am all about that. We absolutely agree, PC, and we are so happy to see you in such a wonderful phase of your life. Keep rocking it and hope to see you soon back in Mumbai.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is extremely talented and he's also someone who's made the South Asians so proud, breaking stereotypes and always out there doing new things. And that's the way it should be. I'm talking about the wonderful and talented Kumail Nanjiani. Hello Kumail, how you been doing?
I'm good, how are you?
You know what? Like I told you, not too bad today. I'm going to do this. We meet again.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
I think every time I'm talking to you, you're doing something completely diverse, and that's exactly what you wanted to do, as you mentioned earlier. But you were reluctant about playing this character because you're also, this is something that you've never gone, like slightly darker, right? Tell me about that reluctance and, of course, what pushed you to again do it finally.
Yeah, so first this project came to me as a movie back in 2017. It was Rob Siegel, the creator of the show, wrote a movie and he asked me to be in it and I read it. And I think I loved the script. I was intimidated to do it because I'd never played a character like that, like this, as you said. I didn't know how to play someone who was so different from me. You know, I'd just come off The Big Sick, a movie where I literally play a version of myself, and everything I've done has so much of me in it. And then suddenly this was a character who I thought was so different from me. I really didn't know how to play someone so dark, you know. And then it came back to me. Rob contacted me again as a miniseries, and I was still a little hesitant. I was still a little nervous. I kept having conversations with him about it. And on the fourth conversation or something we had, he was like, I'm just going to tell you what happens in the whole series. And he talked me through episode by episode what happens in it. And by the end of that hour, I was like, I have to do this. I know I'm scared and intimidated, but that doesn't matter because I have no choice anymore. I have to do this show, and I have to figure out how to do this. And the fact that he trusted me to be able to do it really, really gave me the confidence to do it, you know. I said yes, and then they got a writer's room and started writing, and we started shooting not too long after that. So it was very quick.
You know, you've been an experienced producer as well, and you're producing more stuff. Do you think that it really has kind of given you the power to sort of change things? Because, you know, as a producer, you do get to change the narrative. You do get to make and do more films that you want to do. Do you think that has made a difference?
It makes all the difference. You know, I've been part of stuff where I've just acted in it, and then I saw the finished product, and I was like, I know that there's a better movie that we shot, you know? I know there's something better in there. And I'm not saying that being involved in them would have made those better. It would have just been my mistakes. You know, I want to be victims of my mistakes, not victims of someone else's mistakes. So with this show, being an executive producer with Emily, my wife, was great because we got to pick the writer's room, the producers. We got to pick the directors. We got to do the casting, you know, pick the right actors. And then I got to be involved in the edit, which to me it's my favorite part of the process, and it's such an important part of the process. And, you know, Jenny and Rob were the ones who were really running the edit, and they're fantastic. But it was great to be able to have input because I remember the scenes, you know. I remember if I watch a scene and I'm like, oh, I remember what it felt like to shoot this scene, and that feeling is not in this version right now. So let's keep working on it. I remember when that person said this thing, how it made me feel. I remember that performance. I remember all the takes. So it's very satisfying for me to go through and try and recreate exactly how it felt to shoot that scene, because I think that's a very tricky thing.
So did you see The King's Jester?
I saw the part where he talks about me. Yes.
Do you agree with him? Have you ruined it for all South Asians by that transformation, Kumail? Have you really risen the standard that, I mean, Hasan really looked broken because, well, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the first one. Look at Hrithik Roshan, you know. There are people in Bollywood who have been ruining the standard for decades. I mean, Amir Khan, you know, I mean, all these guys are like specimens. So I was very flattered, and I thought that was very funny that he did that. But I'm not the first one to do it. There's a long line of people ruining things for us.
I think because you're somebody who is a comedian and he did it, I think that is more painful for Hasan. Hasan was like, he was just the funny guy, now he's hot.
Yeah, I was very flattered. I thought that was very funny.
And then, of course, I feel there's a scene with Otis where you talk about how he can't be in, you know, he can't be on the calendar because he's black and white women will not be comfortable about it. And he talks about like, he tries to sort of make him understand by saying, even I go through racism like you do, but this is just business. I think it's a very interesting scene. Sometimes I feel like a lot of us who are probably South Asians or otherwise are also extremely embroiled in that same situation, and we fail to see somebody else's situation. What do you think about that, Kumail? Very interesting scene.
I thought that was very interesting. You know, I think, unfortunately, racism is not just limited to white people. You know, I think in American pop culture, we see there's this sense that only white people can be racist. And I think that's not true. I think, unfortunately, specifically, anti-black racism is a part of a lot of different kinds of people. So to me, it was interesting to explore that a little bit. You know, it's something that you never see on American TV. And then Steve, you know, in a later episode, kind of blames American society. He says, it's not my fault, that I'm just following the rules you laid down. But I think that's a way of shirking responsibility, you know. I think it's interesting that Steve would not have hired someone who looked like himself for his dance troupe. I think that there's a lot of interesting, his own relationship with his race and his relationship with other races, I think it's a really important thing. And I think anti-black racism, unfortunately, is quite common.
Well, thank you so much. You clearly are the OGs before Magic Mike became Magic Mike.
Yes, that's right. They stood on our shoulders.
Well, I'm sure they'll have a lot to say as well, but looks like a really, really cool show. Now, Kumail, I think you've done a great job. So looking forward to more stuff coming from you.
Thank you. Very nice talking to you again. Feel better.
Thanks so much. I know, thank you so much. I am actually. Thank you.
Okay,
All right, bye.
Bye.
Sending a lot of love.
अब Zoom पर म्यूजिक के साथ साथ हो जा Zoomify। सो हम आपके लिए ढेर सारी कूल चीजें लेकर आए हैं जो आपके Zoom देखने का एक्सपीरियंस और भी सुपर कूल बना देंगे। Zoom पर सिर्फ गाने ही नहीं, गेम्स भी होंगी, लेटेस्ट चार्ट बस्टर्स ही नहीं, उन पर अनोखे ट्रिविया भी होंगे। बेसिकली हर ब्रेक में होगा कुछ नया ही सरप्राइज। सो रेडी दोस्तों टू गेट Zoomified। और हाँ, अगर आप एक अच्छे डांसर हैं तो आपके लिए सबसे बड़ा अनाउंसमेंट भी है। आप हो सकते हैं Zoom TV पर। दैट्स राइट, यू कैन बी फीचर्ड ऑन आवर चैनल। बस चैनल पर दिखाए गए किसी भी गाने पर अपनी डांसिंग वीडियो शूट करो और इंस्टाग्राम रील्स पे #Zoomify के साथ अपलोड करो। अगर आपके वीडियोस हमें पसंद आए तो वी विल फीचर देम ऑन आवर चैनल। तो देर किस बात की, ट्यून इन टू Zoom और हो जा Zoomify।
अटेंशन, गाने तो हर जगह है, पर जूम दे रहा है आपको जूमिफाई होने का मौका। अब जूम पर मिलेगा गानों के साथ साथ एंटरटेनमेंट का खजाना। जानो फिल्म्स के पीछे की स्टोरियां विद बॉलीवुड ट्रिविया। शो ऑफ करो अपना फिल्मी ज्ञान बॉलीवुड क्विज में। इंस्टाग्राम पर अपना डांस वीडियो अपलोड करो विद #Zoomify और पाओ टीवी पे स्टार बनने का मौका। तो देर किस बात की, हो जा Zoomify।
और अब वक्त हो गया एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेने का, बट डोंट गो एनीवेयर, वी हैव अ लॉट मोर ऑन द अदर साइड। किस तरह मलाइका दिखाएंगी अपनी असली रूप? किस तरह मलाइका दे रही हैं ट्रोलर्स को जवाब? मलाइका अरोरा ने किया एक बड़ा अनाउंसमेंट। मलाइका करने जा रही हैं अपना OTT डेब्यू एक नए शो के साथ, जहां वो दिखाएंगी अपने जिंदगी के कुछ अप क्लोज ग्लिम्सेस और अपने पुराने ट्रोल्स को देंगी नए कमेंट्स करने की वजह। Guys, Malaika Arora is known for being one of the most stylish and glamorous celebrities in Bollywood. Malaika एक एक्टर, रियलिटी शो होस्ट, जज और फिटनेस एक्सपर्ट है जो अपना योगा स्टूडियो भी चलाती है. But just when we thought that we knew everything there is to know about her, she's all set to wow us again with a new show. Here's the story. मलाइका अरोरा ने अपनी लाइफ में बहुत कुछ हासिल किया है, लेकिन नाउ शी इज ऑल सेट टू ऐड अ न्यू फेदर टू हर कैप विद अ ब्रांड न्यू OTT शो जो उनकी लाइफ पे बेस्ड होगा। मलाइका ने अपने शो को अनाउंस करते वक्त अपने क्रिटिक्स और ट्रोल्स पे किया डायरेक्ट वार। Malaika often gets negative comments for her choices of clothes, the way she walks, and the fact कि उनके पार्टनर उनसे उम्र में छोटे हैं। Responding to all the myths and taunts, Malaika ने कहा that she is the woman everyone loves to talk about. वीडियो में वो कहती हैं, कुछ भी करो, people talk. I break up, it's breaking news. I move on, all hell breaks loose. I'm with my partner, I'm trolled. Take a goddamn walk, I'm trolled. Malaika also adds कि वो चाहे कुछ भी पहने, लोग कहते हैं, मैम घर पे रहो ना, ये सब करने की उम्र नहीं है। Responding to these constant comments and ज्ञान, मलाइका कहती हैं कि भले ही वो यंग ना हो रही हो, लेकिन ये सारी बातें बहुत ओल्ड हो गई हैं। She also goes on to say, so I thought I'll give everyone something new to talk about, show you the real Malaika up close. मलाइका ने शो अनाउंसमेंट वीडियो अपने सोशल मीडिया पेज पे शेयर करते हुए लिखा, If you thought I was done making news with my moves, you have another thing coming. Age, clothes, love life, and all old news. I'm bringing something new for all of you to talk about. But while she may be bringing in the new, वो अपने पुराने रिश्तों को भूली नहीं है. Malaika and her ex-husband Arbaz share a cordial relationship. और जब अरबाज ने अपनी नई फिल्म पटना शुक्ला अनाउंस की, तो मलाइका ने उन्हें कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट किया और कहा, ऑल द बेस्ट अरबाज खान। लुक्स लाइक ऑल्स वेल दैट कंटिन्यूज टू बी वेल इन मलाइकाज लाइफ। और बोलने वाले तो बोलते ही रहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना और सेलेब्स का काम है इग्नोर करना।
मेरा लाफ्टर तुमसे कितना ज़्यादा बेहतर है।
क्या बात कर रही हो? आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि मेरा लाफ्टर ज़्यादा बेहतर है।
ओह रियली? कंपटीशन हो जाए?
बस
नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी ने अपनी फिल्म हड्डी से अपना लुक शेयर किया है और नेटिजन्स डिबेट कर रहे हैं कि वो उन्हें किस लीडिंग लेडी की याद दिला रहे हैं। नवाजुद्दीन हड्डी में एक ट्रांसजेंडर कैरेक्टर प्ले कर रहे हैं और उन्होंने फिल्म में अपना लुक शेयर करते हुए इस फिल्म पे काम करने के अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस बयां किए। Nawazuddin Siddiqui is well known for playing intense and offbeat characters on screen. Gangster, serial killer, photographer near Gateway of India or the poet Manto. Nawaz bhai ने अपनी versatility को अपनी पहचान बना ली है. With Haddi, he is venturing into an unknown territory and we are super excited to see how he brings this character to life. Take a look. नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी ने इस साल अगस्त में अपनी अगली फिल्म हड्डी अनाउंस की थी एंड ही हैड शेयर्ड अ पिक्चर ऑफ हिमसेल्फ ड्रेस्ड एज अ वुमन इन द पोस्ट. उन्होंने अब अपनी फिल्म पे एक अपडेट शेयर किया है विद अनदर सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट जहां उन्होंने फिल्म में अपना लुक रिवील किया है. Nawazuddin and the film's producers shared 2 new pictures on social media, जहां नवाजुद्दीन ने ग्रीन कलर की साड़ी पहनी है और उसके साथ बैंगल्स, बिंदी और ज्वेलरी भी. He is wearing long hair that is left open and looking defiantly into the camera with his hands on his waist. नवाज भाई की इन तस्वीरों को देखकर लोगों को कई लीडिंग लेडीज की याद आ गई, with many comparing his look to Kajol, Priyanka Chopra and Raveena Tandon. First picture reminds me of Kajol somehow, no offense. Another fan wrote, एक पल के लिए लगा कि प्रियंका चोपड़ा है. This time your acting is gonna break all records. Raveena Tandon लगा मेरे को शुरू में. Wow man, you nailed it. I couldn't recognize it at first glance. Looking forward to the release. पहले फोटो में सिर्फ नवाज कैमरा की तरफ देख रहे हैं, while in the second picture उनके साथ खड़ी लेडीज भी कैमरा की तरफ देख रहे हैं. फोटोज शेयर करते हुए फिल्म के मेकर्स ने लिखा, from working with the transgender community on sets to playing one. The experience of shooting Haddi has been surreal for Nawazuddin Siddiqui. जब हड्डी का फर्स्ट लुक शेयर हुआ था तब कई लोगों ने नवाजुद्दीन को अर्चना पुरन सिंह से कंपेयर किया था. Thankfully, she took it as a compliment and said, "All I can say is it's a huge compliment to be compared to Nawaz in any way possible." It will be exciting to see Nawazuddin in this new avatar and we can't wait for the film to be released. Well, उसी के साथ we come to the end of another day, another week and another episode of Planet Bollywood, promising to be back on Monday, same time, same place, with all the latest from the world of Bollywood and social media. In the meanwhile, don't forget to stay tuned to our Zoom Facebook page and our Zoom YouTube page for all the latest updates about your favorite celebrities on the go. And on that note, this is me, Manish, signing out, saying have a great weekend and ciao.